Too often, I read and hear from a good amount of people that I want to start martial arts, but I fear it's too late. And even if I did start, how would I make good progress? Yet alone within a reasonable time frame, how should I go about it? In today's video, I'm gonna dispel that dogma and provide you guys essential tips and training methods you need to do to achieve tremendous progress in your martial arts journey. Y'all know what it is. Go ahead and grab your tea and let's dive in. First things first, let me go ahead and get this off my chest. What is too late? Too late is just really in your mind. I know you probably got in your head somewhere that 20 is too late, 30 is too late, 40 is too late, and so on. But really, guys, it doesn't matter. All that really matters is the decision to go ahead and start now. I started in my early 20s and I made tremendous progress in a limited amount of time. I'm talking 7 to 10 years of training martial arts. And not all of those years were consistent. That's why I say 7 to 10 years, because all those years of training weren't consistent until the most recent 4 to 5 years. I know plenty of people that started martial arts in their teenage years, younger than that. But I'm telling you, none of that really matters if you don't have years of good training. You could be training martial arts since you were 7 years old and be a black belt by the age of 10, which is crazy. But the point I'm trying to make, guys, is it's all about the quality of years you put in rather than the quantity. If you put in 5 years of quality training versus a person who put in 10 years of lower quality training, the math gonna add up, right? 5 years of quality training is gonna produce a better martial artist. So I had to go ahead and just address the elephant in the room. But the first tip I have for you guys, work on your level of fitness. It's important to be fit, not just for martial arts, but for your quality of life, especially as you age. Being fit and strong will allow you to do things that most people who don't work on their level of fitness will never be able to experience. If you go into the gym at the very least 3 times out of the week, then you already winning at this point. If you go on more than that, then chalk it up to yourself. That's even better. So understand, being somewhat fit will help you along the way as you start martial arts. I chalk it up to me making great progress in martial arts, to my level of fitness, and what I continue to do to achieve that level of fitness. Whether you train calisthenics or you're an avid weightlifter, Pilates, CrossFit, being fit is gonna always work in your favor versus a person who is just starting martial arts but has no level of fitness. You know, being strong is more than just having muscles. And even for myself, I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm a pretty strong individual. Being strong has its perks. Yeah, of course, you're gonna look pretty good, but you're gonna be able to perform a whole lot better. Being able to do a front kick won't be as difficult for you. Side kicks, just because that level of fitness is already there. Granted, you're working on your entire body. You're not just in the gym working on your upper body and neglecting legs. We don't do that over here. Being fit will help you, which ties into my second thing, the importance of mobility and flexibility. On my YouTube channel, I talk about the importance of mobility and flexibility training a whole lot, and even more so mobility training. I kind of feel like I put flexibility training on the back burner, but I'm here to talk about the importance of flexibility now, because mobility, we know that's very important because that's gonna help you build strength. But flexibility, guys, is something that's gonna help you with recovery. And that's something that I've been recently implementing into my training. You know, you'll find on my channel in old videos, I used to go pretty hard on flexibility because people, if they wanted higher kicks, they would say, hey, I'm stretching all of the time, but I'm still not seeing no difference in my kicking height. And I'm like, you don't need to just stretch. Training flexibility is extremely important. And again, on my channel, I have found myself kind of neglecting the power of training flexibility. And so with that, I'm going to apologize. Flexibility training, guys, is extremely important, but you don't need to do it 7 hours out of the week. I'm talking an hour a day. Like I said, I recently implemented flexibility training into my training regimen. What I used to say, I'm stretching like 1 to 2 hours a week, maybe. But now I'm stretching anywhere from like 2, 3, sometimes 3.5 or even 4 hours a week of dedicated flexibility training. What I come to find out based on my performance, guys, is that my performance went up and my sleep went up due to me stretching a whole lot more. So I'm stretching like probably 20, 30 minutes at night before I go to bed because I want to have a good recovery for the next day of training, because some of my training days are really intense. And so for my people who are 30 plus, I mean, even some of you later 20-year-olds, flexibility training will become your best friend if you want to improve your performance. And for the most part, we already knew this, But now I'm just like, I really see the importance due to the fact I'm aging too. So work on your flexibility training, not for the sole factor that you want to improve your kicking height, but because you want to improve your recovery. Because the more recovered you are, the greater your level of performance. Naturally, guys, when we train, we're going to accumulate fatigue, and acute fatigue is natural. Acute fatigue is something that you accumulate right after you train, but chronic fatigue is the real disruptor of your performance, of how you feel, how you sleep. We got to minimize that chronic fatigue somehow. And what's helped me a whole lot is implementing flexibility training, because how you perform is centered around your level of fatigue and fitness. So if you're trying to make tremendous progress in the field of martial arts, but you find yourself fatigued most days out of the week, then it's only a matter of time before you succumb to an injury, where you just have poor technique and you're wondering like 3 months down the road why your technique is still the same. Your fatigue needs to be checked, my friend. And that's where flexibility training helps to diffuse some of that fatigue. And of course, on top of that, sleep. But what's gonna help you get better sleep is flexibility training. And of course, other factors like eating healthy, breath work also helps, some form of meditation, just know how to deal with stress on a regular basis. There are other factors out there that will affect our level of performance. That's quite natural, but guys, make sure you stretch. And of course, combine it with mobility training. That way you get the best of both worlds. You're building strength, you're building up the elasticity within your tissues, your muscles, and then that's gonna improve your performance. Work on both. You don't have to do flexibility training an hour each day, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Sometimes you might have more of a deep stretching routine where it might take you an hour. All you have to do is simply listen to your body. And let me also mention this to you guys. What you stretch is also important. So if you're just stretching your calf muscles and your feet, it's not gonna do a whole lot. What I recommend for you guys to really focus on when you stretch: low back, hips, and glutes. If you sit a lot, stretch those. If you stand a lot, stretch those. If you are a human being, just make sure you prioritize stretching those. It's very important because those areas accumulate a lot of stress, a lot of tightness, and we need our hips to be flexible when it comes to martial arts. Not just for kicking purposes, but for punching purposes, just overall performance, right? In the field of martial arts, in fitness, wherever, your hips need to be strong and flexible. You know, low back, we use our lower back for every single thing. I see a lot of people with tight lower backs. Work on stretching out your lower back and also build that strength in the process. Make sure you guys are stretching out your entire body from head to toe. However, just highlight your glutes, low back, and hips. Thirdly, guys, what I want to talk about is the importance of training fundamentals. I'm not going to go in crazy detail when it comes to fundamentals because you guys know fundamentals are important. Training your basic kicks, your basic punches, drill those over and over. I don't care if you're 15 years old starting martial arts, let alone if you're 50 years old starting martial arts. Fundamentals are essential. And the last thing I have for you guys is to work with others. I know for me, I'm self-taught, and despite me being self-taught, I never proclaimed to be self-made. I just made it by myself. I had teachers along the way. So those teachers along the way, they may last for a week, couple of months, years to come. But the point is, you want to work with others if you want to make even faster progress, because they're going to be able to point out things that you might not be able to see through your camera lens or through the mirror. And in that moment of correction, be receptive to it, especially if they're good-spirited about it. Don't just be a lone wolf out here thinking, I could do it all by myself. I don't need nobody help. Like, man, everybody can use a helping hand. And if you don't have access to anybody within your immediate grasp, contact people. We have access to social media. You can email people. Ask questions, guys. You never know until you ask that question whether you think it's dumb or not. Just ask the question. See if you could work in with other people. When you're working with others and they got a good vibe to them, you enjoy training with them, man, take advantage of that time. And then when you go back to your training domain, you can make those adjustments. And I want to cap these tips off with this. OGs, old guys, don't be so egotistical that you can't learn from these younger guys coming up. I'm telling you, these young guys coming up, they know a thing or two, and they can help you a lot because they have access to the world a lot earlier than even my age group had access to, let alone when you're like 45 plus. So don't shut these guys off all because I'm older than you. You can't really teach me too much. Like, I'm telling you, the fact that you are a martial artist and you have that mentality, That's not a good mentality that you should have, because we can learn from anybody. I don't care how much mastering of a technique that you have. To some degree, you don't want to have your cup completely filled. But that's the tips I have for you guys. Some of the methods I use to achieve great progress in the field of martial arts. As I said, it's not about the age you start, it's about when you start, and the time to start is right now. Y'all know what to do. If you enjoyed today's video, smash that like button, guys. Most importantly, make sure you are properly subscribed. I'm gonna see y'all next video. Peace and mad love as always. And now, boom, we out, baby.